Hi, welcome to a new video dedicated to a new toys Wi-Fi quadcopter. This is the last project from Eachine. This is the E511S, and this one offers a lot of new features. Usually you can find more in more advanced and more expensive quadcopter. So for less than $100, what we have a machine able to shoot some 1080p videos without any electronic stabilization. But there is a controllable one-axis gimbal, controllable through the provided radio transmitter, and it's not over. This machine is completely foldable, mimic more or less the DJI Mavic Spark look. Okay, and it's a brush quadcopter, so don't expect something very powerful with very powerful brushless motor, but it's under $100. So it's not hover, and this machine also integrates a GPS on top to offer some ultra precise GPS hold stabilization and associated advanced features. For example, you can define some waypoint to shoot over a predefined path your favorite videos. You can have also a follow me, of course, based on the GPS, okay, using both the GPS of the quadcopter and the built-in GPS of your smartphone tablet. And we have also orbit flight mode, such kind of advanced flight mode. So we will see if this machine can represent, for example, the first, well, not advanced video platform, but I would say the first video platform in period of Christmas can be a first step toward a more advanced, brushless and more stabilized machine. Let's discover the content of this Eachine model. Okay, all the elements are here, and I will present first the accessories. The first things is the instruction manual, printed in color, okay, English only, but pretty badly translated from Chinese. At least you will find the basic characteristics and information. A lot of warning messages, you have to pay attention, okay, but we have in the first the description of the product, when the expected flight time is about 13 to 15 minutes. We will see if it's true or not. How to deploy the machine, how to install the prop guards, how to charge the battery, the basic role of each button, okay, there are a few, and I would say the more important is the transmitter buttons row, and in fact this one is not completely true. We will see there is some small difference in practice, but there are a lot of buttons and we will need to learn how to handle them. You will need 4 AAA battery and to feed your radio transmitter, and there is also an option to attach a smartphone up to 6 inch. I was able to attach my 6.26 inch Xiaomi Redmi 6 Pro, so with a little bit of difficulties, but it's possible. At least I will say the more important also pages are the how to proceed the gyros calibration and the compass calibration. These two steps are pretty important, especially the compass calibration. You must perform this one at least before each takeoff. Pretty important if you want some very stabilized and not fly away problem. You will find how to control, etc, and the last are dedicated to the application software. You can find on iOS and Android. You have the QR codes to scan to download them from the respective electronic web store. It's of course free, and the role of each button, etc. Okay, and we will describe in few instance how it works. So, and the list of accessories, if you for example damage or kill motors because it's a brush machine, and each time I'm reviewing a brush machine I strongly advise each time to stock in advance at least one counterclockwise and one clockwise motors. in order to replace them. It's always happening in the weekend, and the motors have generally to come from China, so it takes a couple of days. And if you want to reduce your frustration in order to not wait too long when the machine is parked. So let's continue with the accessories. We have some prop guards, okay, for them, of course. They weigh each of them about 3.5 grams, if I remember well. Okay, if I can measure correctly the weight of the scale, sorry. Okay, we are about 5, let's focus more the camera like this, 5.3 grams each of prop guard. And in this bag you will have another bag with a lot of tiny screws in order to attach the prop guard. So in total more than 20 grams are added if you decide to fly the machine with the prop guard installed. So let's continue with this bag, where 2 spare props, a foldable model, can be found. Okay, one clockwise and one counterclockwise. Obviously, just need to attach them with centrally with this provided screw. Okay, with the current installed one, nothing. And what we have also a screwdriver to attach the prop guard screws and attach or detach the actual props. So let's continue with the remote control. So it's a basic generic last Eachine model transmitter. So if you pull on the bottom side, you have this foldable smartphone holder up to 6 inch. I was able to install, for example, my Xiaomi 626. It was tight, but it's possible. So you have to fight a bit to install it, but it's possible. Be aware to not smash the lateral button, okay, when you have such big size screen, okay, because you can perform more damage on your smartphone than on the radio transmitter. Let's continue. We have 2 fake antennas, okay, but the real one is inside. And what we have here, the button to manipulate the one-axis gimbal camera, so up and down to incline or decline the orientation of the one-axis gimbal installed here. So by default, when the machine is off, the camera is facing more with an angle of -45 degrees. Okay, and each time you will reboot the machine, whatever the last orientation set, it will return to this nominal -45 degrees. Here we have the auto takeoff and auto landing. On the top here we have the photos here and the video shooting. 1 beep is emitted when you take photos, 2 beep is emitted when you start to stop recording. Here we have the speed mode selection. 3 speed modes are able to be selected. Beginners 1 beep, intermediate 2 beep, and experts faster speed mode with 3 beep. Here, if I remember well, is I can remember well, is to let's check the instruction. Okay, is to an emergency stop. Okay, this one is an emergency stop, sorry, and this one is to perform the compass calibration. So when you press it, you will see that the front light will flash. You can also actionate the compass calibration procedure from the application. And the last button I forgot to mention, yes, it's to engage the surround here directly. So if you want to fly and to actionate an orbit mode, is this one, the right upper one. So we have everything except that here, if you click on the left stick, you engage the headless mode, and if you press on the right stick centrally, you will engage the return to home. Be aware, by default with the smartphone application, you are in mode 1, so be aware the throttle will be here, and you have to change it through the application, at least at each take-up, and unfortunately settings are not recording versus multiple mission sessions. That's a drawback, the first drawback of this application. So let's now focus a little bit more on the machine. Ta-da-da. Let's have a look with the battery install, how scale this machine, and we are about 289, almost 290 grams, okay, without the prop guard installed, but with the battery. So the battery is super easy to extract. We have a small plastic notch, just pull out and it's super easy, no reinforcement required to extract it. This one standalone weighs 70.4 grams. It's as written here, it's a 1200 milliamps per hour 2S with a discharge rate of 25C, super easy. And here you can find this GST balancer plug, a 2S version, where you can attach the provided charger, a simple USB based. Okay, so you have to plug like this, sorry, and plug to your favorite USB port or whatever. This one will balance the two cells, but if you want to use a more professional charger, super easy way will be, for example, to cut this wire to attach another GST balancer plug, and on the two external wires to connect, for example, more a lead connector, for example, a more red GST one, okay? And in this case, you will be able to attach and recharge this battery to your favorite professional charger. It's a way I would do if I continue to fly this machine. So the good news, we have two batteries, okay, in the bundle. The second one is here, okay. So the good news, if you want to enjoy more with more flight time, Eachine decided to provide two batteries. That's definitively a big positive point, where you know that recent machine now tends to even more no more include a battery. Here we have two of them is pretty good. Okay, let's continue and look the side folded, pretty nice, okay, compared to a 6-inch machine. You can see that, yes, it's a little bit bigger, but not so much more. So it's large, so you cannot fit it in your pocket, but in folded is not so bad. The props are also foldable, and the quality of the plastic is a smooth one, you know, pretty nice. So at least for the upper canopy, the arms are not, are more rigid plastic, and you can open them very easily, okay. And also each legs and with a landing skid and foldable one, so pretty easy to detach like this, and you can hear a click when it's attached. And on the bottom side you can guess the cordless motors. I was not able to identify if it's 8.5mm version or a 10mm version, so it's one of them for sure. Let's continue, and I will continue to unfold it. Unfold the landing skid like this, unfold the last one, and here we can find the 2.4 GHz antenna associated with the Wi-Fi chip integrated in the camera module. So the good news, or I don't know if it's a good news, but both the video link and the radio transmitter protocol is based on the 2.4 GHz band. So Android users, especially the European one, won't suffer of any potential invisible Wi-Fi devices, or, you know, for example, some 5.8 GHz Wi-Fi can be invisible depending on the pre-selected channels on the factory settings. So with this one, no problem of Wi-Fi connection. On the background here, you can guess the and also be observed here the GPS module, and start here. On top, one unique button, okay, long press more than 2 seconds or 3 seconds to turn on or turn off the machine. That's all, one unique. And here we have the blue lights indicating the GPS level, and it will flash continuously until the GPS are locked enough satellite. At least 7 are required to authorize the takeoff. So let's now focus a little bit more on the bottom, and we have the camera. Good news, we have a wide lens angle, a field of view at least 120 degrees. That's great. And don't touch by hand and don't manipulate by hand the one-axis gimbal, because you can break the built-in servo inside. And here, and already pre-installed, you can find the micro SD slot of the camera version. So insert one formatted in FAT32, okay, actually the 32. I don't think if you have a 128 it will work, because this one will probably require the exFAT formatting, and not sure it will work. So at least in 32, you have to know that the video files are recording in 1080p, 25 frames per second, not 30. So, but it's not so erratic in terms of transition. It's quite smooth for 25 frames per second. Of course, not as good as a 30 or 60. Be sure of that, but it's not so bad as you will see in the first result. The data rate is about 4.6 megabytes per second. Can be better, but at least we have this data rate. Notice that the sound is not recording in the micro SD card when you are recording. One important remark: as soon as you're inserting the micro SD card, when you want to record, it will be done on the micro SD card. If you take off without the micro SD card, the recording will be the transmitted one on your smartphone or application. Okay, so maybe it's a good procedure, because in general you can more record what's happening on your smartphone or tablet thanks to a screensaver, and at least when you can have both if you insert a micro SD card. Here the native 1080p 25 frames per second without any frame loss in theory, okay, and the received one on your smartphone, and it will depend how far is the transmission, and the frame rate will drop a lot versus the distance. So we have done the tour. Now is time to discover a little bit the application. Okay, so you have to scan the QR code. Okay, it's the LW application, and I will show you in a few instants how it works. So about the application, I will first insert a battery. So the more larger part, bottom side, just insert like this and it's done. Turn on the machine, okay, 3 seconds, then turn on the radio. And to be sure to harm the machine, you have to push up and down until you can hear this long beep, and here the blue light are now solid. Okay, if it's still flashing, that means that you didn't push up and down the throttle to complete the pairing sequence. Now it's done. Okay, we have some constant light on top, flashing red on rear. Okay, and I will now turn on the smartphone. I will show you. So you will have to go on the Wi-Fi. Okay, I will turn on the Wi-Fi, and after a couple of seconds you can see that I'm actually one appearing is Wi-Fi, 1080p, GPS and so on. You have to click on it, no password so required, so just press connect, and in theory you are done. So let's now run the application. It's called LW FPV. You can find it easily, at least for Android. You will have to turn on, okay, then start, and immediately, okay, you have some application. So I will, okay, I will have like this, And I already received some satellite despite to be indoors, so it's a good news about the sensitivity. But we have here the application, and I will immediately raise, not an alert, but a strange thing. This application is really similar to the Epson one. So I feel that it's exactly the same team who developed the both software. So we have the level of the battery, 96%, the level of the FPV transmission actually. So we will move in a few instants how it works, but you can see that actually is not so bad. We have all the 3F6 rates. We have the actual GPS north and east orientation value number given. We have the actual dynamic of this carrier. Actually, I'm landed, so no specific speed, vertical and horizontal. And we have the current altitude of the craft and the current distance from the takeoff location on the top. Here we have, okay, we can return to the application, so nothing special. Okay, and here we have, like the Epson, 3 flight mode. We have the normal. Here we have the waypoint definition. We have to be in the air to perform. We have another one to the return to home, if I'm not wrong, to follow and this one is the orbit mode. We have here the possibility to control the machine pulse on virtual sticks. That's great. We have the return to home. Okay, we have here the auto takeoff, and first to take off or to return we have to unlock the machine. Okay, and for this one you need to be sure to receive at least 7 satellites. Actually, I don't see the exact number of satellites received, but what for sure that if you can see the solid blue light on the quadcopter, it means that you should be enough. You can swap between the map view, okay, and the okay, actually is locating me very far. I will converge little by little, okay, after the GPS accuracy, but actually I'm pretty far from my actual position. But you will see that after a couple of minutes, okay, it will converge to the actual one. Oops, sorry. You will see that actually I'm indoors, so the GPS accuracy should be not so good, but I'm start to converge where I am. And the more important here is the parameters one, where one more time you can feel that extremely mimicking the Epson application, same time of color. So as I said previously, you are in mode 1 by default, so I will turn on more. In mode 2, the gravity mode is turned off by default. The takeoff when the GPS signal is low, so actually you can disable it if you want to fly indoors. Okay, the spin mode is low, and here if you are sure to be in a flat surface, you will see that we can start the accelerometer's calibration. You can see some fast flashing. Okay, and if you want to perform this one with the sticks, you have to push the both sticks, I hope you will be able to see, in lower right. Okay, so performing either with the transmitter or either with the software. And this one is to perform the compass calibration. One more time, you can use this button or doing by software. So we will proceed it to show you. It's super easy. So let's press on it, and this flash light should flash slowly. Let's do it. Okay, you can see. So you have to turn horizontally clockwise 3 times, and when it's done, you will see here a beep of your transmitter. And on the application, you will see that is written geomagnetic calibration Y. Okay, now nose down. You have to turn also clockwise until you can hear another beep, meaning that you are done. Okay, now the lights are solid, the calibration is done. Super easy, 3 tours is done like this. Or you can see that the compass start to convert more with my actual position, we can go return to the actual view of my system. As I said previously, we cannot set the gimbal orientation through the smartphone. I didn't find it, no. So one way is only to use this button here, and you will be able to see that now is down. I am more vertically. So let's have a view of the latency. We're about a Wi-Fi, classic Wi-Fi link, about 0.3 seconds. So don't expect miracle to fly this machine in real FPV for a real FPV racer. It's not, absolutely not the case. The Wi-Fi link is here to show you, to present you feedback when you want to capture a current scene. Let's continue a little bit with the application. So we have the auto take-up, the unlocking. To unlock the machine, you have to press the bow stick in lower position than the left to the left and the right to the right. So now, okay, so be aware to unlock as well the machine. Okay, you can do it indoors, so be aware when you manipulate it. Let's continue with the right button. We have a VAR button if you want to have this type of box. Press red, and here you can record. So when you have this yellow like this, you are recording, okay, on your locally on your smartphone. If you're pressing here, you can see you take a photos like this, and here you can display whatever, for example, all the recorded file. So so we have the photos here, we have the movies recording locally or movie recorded on the micro SD card. So if let's return to the application. Okay, so I will press one more time. When it's done, we have a fast flashing here. Okay, but we are done. But when you are pressing this button here, you can see now on the smartphone is recording in yellow, but it's written card. So now it's recording on the micro SD card, and it's fast flashing as well on the micro SD card. So we can see, okay, and we will stop it. Okay, and go return to the media players and go to the micro SD card, and the last one should be this one, and it's written in Chinese, and the first one is to play replay. Okay, and you can replay the actual, and when it's played, replayed, is the speed is twice slower. Be aware, but it's just this player option. Okay, but in practice is not the case. These files are correctly done, recording at the correct speed file. So it's just this player, or slow down by a factor 2. We have this one. I don't know if this is one. This one was recording later. Okay, and another session. Okay, it's not so bad. And here we have photos as well, etc., etc. Okay, so we are done. I wanted to highlight some things in the parameters. In the param here, we have on the second panel, we have the default 8 point, so of the waypoint. So it's defined in feet. Okay, in fact, all the distances and the speed are defined with non-universal metric one, so it's in feet and miles per hours. And I didn't see a way to change the coordinate, so to change to matrix one, so I don't know why. In the instruction printed one, it's written in with meters, and I didn't find it. So we have between 17 to 160 feet for the default 8 of the waypoint, maximum 8 of the waypoint as well. So we can decrease this altitude. The speed of the waypoint between 3.3 to 19 miles per hour. I'm not sure this quad can go so fast, but maybe. The time to stay in one waypoint, actually 0 seconds. Maximum radius of your waypoint, if you want to spot about one. 164 feet, and the default 8 of the homeward, I guess, for the return to home. 33 feet, so should be about 10 meters. Okay, in terms of map, you have the possibility as the Epson product to centerize the aircraft in the middle of the craft. This option is important when you are not in China. I strongly advise to press no if you want a more accurate GPS localization. And the type of map display, okay, like this. And for the other, we have the real-time preview either in 400p or 720p, or reverse the camera. So we are done now with all the settings. Okay, well, I don't know if yes, I start to be not so far from my actual position. Yes, so as you can see, the red is not so far from the blue. Okay, and after converging, yes, as you can see, so now I'm done. I'm pretty good. So yes, in my current position, I'm not so far. So I strongly advise also to load offline the map, the Google map where you want to fly, because when you will be connected to in Wi-Fi pairing with the craft, it will be more harder to also have a link with your 4G or 5G to download the current Google map as well. So we've done the tour. It's really similar to the Epson one. Be aware we are on mode 1 by default. The map is not, you have to disable the China option in the map, etc. Define your default radius, altitude, okay. And I didn't find a way to turn into metric unity the application. So now it's time to go in the field to test it. What I can say about it, I already done some small preview, and it's quite good in terms of light sensitivity. And the color rendition, okay, don't expect a miracle compared to a real video stabilized one, but we can feel there is a progress in terms of toy quadcopter. And I would say that as prior, this is the most advanced toy quadcopter in Wi-Fi based I never reviewed before. So I don't expect miracle because there is no electronic image stabilization. But the video should be a little bit better, higher definition, better light sensitivities, better color rendition, okay? But we are going on the right track, on the right direction, but is not yet the merging between a toy quadcopter in a versus towards more semi-pro or pro video stabilization. Now let's go in the field to test this machine. Welcome to the demo flight of the Eachine E511S, the GPS version 5 megabyte camera sensor based. Today I will fly in my larger spots. It's more or less wind free, and it's winter time, so the sun is here but very low. So we will see how the sensor is able to handle the light transition. Okay, I will turn on the quadcopter, waits for the GPS fixing, and also perform the compass calibration. Okay, let's do. Okay, so I will first run the application LWFPV. I will start. Okay, thank you. And I will wait a couple of seconds to fix the satellites, more or less okay.
It should be not so bad, and I will turn immediately. I will first connect the machine, of course. So I will go to the settings, okay, Wi-Fi, and connect to the machines. We are done. So run one more time the application. You can see that the lights on the quadcopter are fully solid, so that should be okay. And I will raise the camera angle to 0 degrees. Now play with a little bit with the option, turn on the mode 2. Each time it's a little bit annoying to change these settings, and I will press the calibrate magnetometers. Okay, so now I will have to turn clockwise the machine. 3 tours should be okay. You will hear a beep of the transmitter when you have to change axis. Now it's down, clockwise as well, until a second beep. Okay, you are ready to go. So I will check the other option. I would, okay, map, I will satellite and disable the map coordinate auto calibrate. Okay, I'm recording. Yes, so you will have to press the top left shoulder button. Yes, and you can see the card written. Okay, so meaning that you are actually recording on the micro SD card. So to harm, you have to put the machine and let's go. Okay, you can feel the stabilization. Not so bad, huh? Okay, I am in a little bit, so the wind is a little bit here, but not so bad. So in the altitude is about 20 centimeters maximum in deviation, much better than the Epson Zeno, for instance. Okay, so let's try to play a little bit with the flight mode. So we are currently in the flight, and let's try follow me. Point, okay. Orbit, let's go. Oh, I will try. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. How to turn on it? I cannot, so I will change the flight mode. I will try the follow me. Where is going? Okay, it is should follow me maybe? Yes. Seems to be. Definitively. Yes. So can I control the machine as well at the same time? Okay. When the lights are flashing, you are in a specific flight mode, in the front white mode. So I will press the follow me. You have fast flashing white light and is about the nominal radius you're given in the application, and you should follow me. To tilt the orientation, it should work. Oh, look, that is not working, and it should work. I don't know why. Well, with the ground here. So, oh, look that when I stop the engine, the battery level jump one more time to 48%. So under load, seems that the battery is a little bit weak. Sign that the battery is you can feel. So I will try to record one more time. I think there is a small deviation in terms of angle, so
you have to unlock first.
And
auto takeoff.
He's following me, but there is a small, is not on axis toward my direction, a little bit on the right, but is following me. Yes, beginner rate. Look at that, how smooth is it? Yes, so maybe you have to disable this option in the map. Ah, okay, maybe it's better right now. Max speed mode. Ah, okay. You can hear the beep. You have a beep, a warning beep of the battery level. Pretty good. A little bit better. So I will press the. So you can change the radius. Okay, so and go I will press parameters. The auto landing button. Something 100. Okay. Not so bad at all. And one more time, the battery level still flashing over, and you can see that sometimes it's not on 37%. So there is definitively battery swagging. Okay, I will quit. Look at the application. I will stop the recording. Look at that, to be sure to. So I will turn off everything and reboot. Okay. And I will now answer the second resume. Okay, I will try now to fly a little bit this machine and to see how far is the control. To beep, second speed mode, maximum speed. Yeah, and the FPV link is not so bad. Little bit. Maximum speed. Let's try to I cannot tune the camera angle. Sometimes it's working, sometimes not. I don't know why. I'm in a low battery. I think he will. So I will stop recording to be sure that something is saved, and you will see from the FPV display. Okay, 80%. Ah, you have the battery flashing, so I guess I have to land now. So we are far from the 13-15 minutes announced, advertised, but this machine is pretty good. It reminds me a little bit the an Epson product, brushed of course, but better than the Epson Desire. I can't remember exactly the one, but this machine flew pretty well. Okay, I will go down. You can see. Not so bad for a GPS quadcopter. I am in sporty mode, so the more reactive one. Let's see again one more time the stabilization. Not so bad, huh? Okay, I will press the landing button, so this one. Okay, not so bad at all. So I don't know why I was not able to, for example, to tilt the orientation. It should work. Oh, look, that is not working, and it should work. I don't know why. So, oh, look that when I stop the engine, the battery level jump one more time to 48%. So under load, seems that the battery is a little bit weak. Sign that a battery is struggling. So I will try to record one more time. I will try to press the auto takeoff. You have to unlock first, and auto takeoff is working. Beginner rate, look at how smooth is it. Intermediate, faster, and max speed mode. Okay, you can hear the beep. You have a beep, a warning beep of the battery level. Pretty good. So I will press the stop the recording, and I will press the auto landing button. Not so bad at all. And one more time, the battery level increase a bit over, I can't remember well, 37%. So there is definitively battery swagging. And look that the application crashed. Look that. So I will turn off everything and reboot. Okay. And I will now insert the second battery. Okay, I inserted the second battery. Motors are not pretty hot, that's a good sign. We turn on the transmitter, push up and down the transmitter to be sure that it's bound. Okay. Start my screensaver. I will wait a couple of seconds, and what I need to do is now to connect one more time the Wi-Fi. Okay, you should see the machine in a couple of seconds, and I would like to show you, because it was the case, I hope it's still working. Why it is not working at all? I would like to know why the gimbal is no more working. Really strange, because last time when I tested was working pretty well. So I will turn off everything one more time. And I remember when I turn on the machine, the gimbal is level to minus 45 degrees. So what I will do, I will turn on the machine. Okay, and push up and down. And why is not working? Why the gimbal is no more working? Maybe the servo burn, I don't know. Pretty bad news. Okay, so I will have to wait one more time to stabilize the machine. Okay. Pretty disappointed by the gimbal. Really strange. Okay, Wi-Fi, come up. Okay, here, connection. Okay, recording now, the screensaver. Connect the drone. Start. And each time you will need to, we'll try without the compass calibration. But you will have to turn into mode 2. The settings are not saved. Okay, map, something like this. I will keep actual like this. It's done. And I don't know, so you cannot, for example, press the auto takeoff. Okay, because it says that it's locked. So you have definitively to unlock the machine like this and then you can press the auto takeoff. It should work. So I will press here. Okay, and I will press recording here. Okay, so pretty stable. I wanted to the follow me was done, the waiting point. Okay, so I will upload a waypoint. Like this. I will upload. And it's done. So we raise at the nominal angle and follow the path planning. Okay. Oh. I will return back because I think my path was a little bit toward too much of the trees, so I will resume the path planning one more time. Okay, path planning, draw exactly similar to the okay, and upload is done. So we can see the view. Can I turn during the okay, as soon as you touch one of the two joysticks, the flight mode is stopped. Okay, you have to know that. Let's go return. Oh, it didn't save anything. So upload. Okay, it start to follow the waypoint. Should. Okay, and now is go to the second one. I should have 0 seconds between each okay. You can see is stopped in the second, then go to the third and so on. So you can change these settings in the parameters. So I have 0 seconds between each waypoint. I don't understand why is not directly perform the tour without stopping. Anyway, so look that. Okay, so I think it's working well, but except that the default duration in each stage is not really working. So maybe I have to enter 0 by default. Let's check that. I will re-enter 0 and validate. No. Okay, so what I will do now, I will stop the this mode, so I will return to the flight, the control, and what I want to do is to perform more. Okay. Okay, and I will try to do this tour. So it's assumed to make a okay, I will try to press to return to home. So I will press the right stick and return to home. Let's see that. Not so bad. Very not bad at all. Yes, not so bad. So I will stop recording. So what I want to do one more time is to perform okay. So what I will do, I will arm one more time, and look that sometimes the video link is frozen, so I have to quit the and relaunch the application. Yes, so I will, yes, 55%. So I will arm the machine, auto takeoff. Okay, recording. Go to the surround mode. Each time there is a big gap between where okay, I have to return in mode 2. Look that each time, it's annoying. Okay, I will define a point. Okay, I will upload it. I cannot perform anything. No, I don't know why. Pressing the maybe okay. I hope it will turn. I don't know where it's going. So it should turn about this 1 point, label 1. Okay. I don't know. Okay, so let's have a look to the video. The video, there is some jello coming from the prop, but in wind-free condition is not so bad, and the light sensitivity is not so bad. Oh, I am in mode, oh my god. Oh, I'm locked. Oh my god, I start in, oh my god, so I have to press the auto landing. Is mixed up. When you relaunch the application, if the first session you started in mode 2 and then you have to resuming the application after the video link crash, and when you try one more time to apply mode 2, the transmission command inverted. Really annoying. So another bug as well. Oh, it's time to conclude about this machine. I'm not really sure that I managed to work properly. The orbit mode should work, but maybe I missed something. I'm really I don't know why. For example, the gimbal is no more working. Okay, I will try to record. Okay, we stop recording, and I will stop the machine. Okay, and I will also stop the where is the application? Choose. Okay, it's stopped. It should be somewhere. Whatever. I will conclude. It's a relatively stable GPS machine. GPS hold is pretty good for toy quadcopter. The light handling of the I think it's a 5 megapixel CMOS sensor is not so bad. Color rendition better than any toy quadcopter in the market. light sensitivity as well, but is not yet reaching the top level quality. We are not far, but still not here. In terms of the application, it's a copy, not yet a perfect copy of the Epson one. So the waypoint definition exactly the same. The GPS, as you saw, the GPS follow me sometimes was not on axis. I don't know why, but is working more or less. Okay, of course, it's not working as good as any visual tracking, visual based, with any I would say person face detector based, but is not so bad. For the price, really is not so bad. The flight mode, the flight duration, a little bit disappointing. I'm a little bit less than 10 minutes in practice. You saw that the battery jump under the load, decreased drastically quickly under load, and as soon as you stop the motor, the battery level go up again, sign of a battery swag. So the quality of the battery is in open question. I noticed also that it's pretty long to charge the battery with the USB charger, so I strongly advise as soon as you can to make your do-it-yourself cable to recharge this battery with a real charger. Except that the orbit flight mode still enter development in my point of view. Some settings, it's annoying to reset each time you're resuming the application, the mode 2, etc. So please save somewhere the default configuration, okay? But I'm pretty sure that it's some software related problem, okay, will be updated versus time. So really this machine is not bad at all for toys, Wi-Fi quadcopter, and you saw that the range is pretty good as well. I managed to perform 100 meters without any problem. The FPV range and the FPV link and the radio controlling were there, so I'm not afraid. The return to home is accurate, it's safe, noisy, not so much, okay. It's completely foldable, so that's a very good point. And now I have to check why my gimbal is no more working. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this new video. If you like it, please sub it, and probably see you next time. Bye bye.